So welcome back to another video. Here I'd like to share with you a few bits about the World Cup. Before we get started, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram and press the subscribe button. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the World Cup. There's lots been going on. The date today is the 28th of June. Last night, Germany got knocked out of the World Cup. Please let me know in the comments below how you feel about Germany being knocked out of the World Cup. Now, it's been very interesting to see some of the developments of how this has happened, but for me personally, there's a few elements that have come into play over the last 2 years as to why I genuinely believe that Germany didn't have a chance of winning the World Cup. Now, any league that Guardiola is involved in, the teams have to up the ante, okay? So since Guardiola has left the Bundesliga, I believe that the standard has dropped, people are taking their foot off the gas. Therefore, you've seen how Germany have been developing over the last 2 years with their results, hasn't been too good on the national team. And on top of that, some of the decisions that the manager has made has been baffling. I'm an Arsenal fan, just to put it out there. So when I talk about people like Ozil, who I believe naturally gifted talent, but I see so many similarities between him and Arshavin when it comes to work rate, when you pick somebody like that over somebody like Sane, who arguably has been one of the most informed players at Man City, to not put him in the squad, to me straight away, alarm bells rang. You saw the incidents in training with some of the players falling out of each other. It was going to happen. And on top of that, you also saw that Mr. Lowe didn't do his hand in the pants, and we'll leave that to it. But that was obviously his lucky charm. So, we have Germany, they're out of the cup, okay, gone. A lot of you England fans are very happy about that, and England fans tonight playing against Belgium. So the predicament is, do England win their group? And if they do win their group, this means that they're going to have a harder route to the final. Now, many people have said to me, yeah, but David, you know, you've got to beat the best to be the best. I understand that, but you can be clever as well. If you don't have to play 3 of the top teams to get to the final to play one of them, then why would you have to play all 3 of them? You'd rather just have to play one at the end, and hopefully that's the one game where you all step it up. Pretty tricky, you know. They're playing Belgium. I believe Belgium are resting a lot of players, so that could be their excuse to come second, an easier route. Footballers are incentivised by money too, and there are rewards. I'm sure that there are bonuses for where they come in their group. So if they come higher up in the group, then they get more money. All these factors come into play. The key element is too, nobody wants to get injured. They qualified, they don't want to get injured, they want to be part of the World Cup. Many people have been slightly surprised that they've been getting the results they have. They haven't been tested truly, but I've been doing a little bit of research, and it's been very interesting. There's no egos in the England squad. There's a lot of players that have character. Jesse Lingard's one of them who I follow all the time on social media, but when it comes to egos, there's none. Ronaldo, Neymar, and Messi, they're the 3 names that are normally mentioned in these types of competitions. You also have Salah, who unfortunately has had the injury. I'm sure it's going to pop up here again. It's all about Ronaldo. Whether you like him or you don't, he's a very gifted man, he's determined, so I'm pretty sure that they'll have some sort of success in this tournament and get pretty far. However, it's all about Ronaldo. Compared to how you see Messi, he gets kicked probably more than most, other than Neymar. But even though he's getting kicked all the time, it's to handle the ball, he wants to get on and play. When you look at Neymar, it's all about Neymar, he likes to be the limelight. Messi, not so much, but it is all focused on Messi and Maradona. When it comes to England, it's not really focused on anyone. Yeah, you've got Kane, who's the captain, and leading by example. It's interesting to see the reactions of some of the players that were left out of the squad. Admire Gareth Southgate for making those decisions, especially when you look at Wilshere. Now, you've got Wilshere and you've got Shelvey. Now, Jonjo Shelvey, great player, played against him, very tough opponent, but has he gone out there and publicly slated anyone? Or has he gone out there and publicly said how angry he is and that it's the bad decision and it's me? No, I really admire that, and I think he will be in the next squad for the Euros. When it comes to Jack Wilshere, it's everywhere, and it's pandemonium, it's all in the press, it's all on his social media feeds, it's all about Jack Wilshere. Looking at the squad, compared to 2 years ago in the Euros, there's 12 players, I think it's 12 or 13 players from the previous squad that have been carried over into this squad, and some would say deadwood, not far from it. You've got some very classy, experienced players, but Southgate has got rid of the experienced players, the younger ones that played in the 2016 Euros, that are now in the 2018 World Cup, and I'm pretty sure they will be part of the nucleus of the 2020 Euros. Do I think England will win the World Cup? I don't. If they do, then hats off to them. I don't think they were expecting to win it. I genuinely don't. I think Brazil could have a chance with winning this World Cup. When it comes to the next Euros, I will put my money on it that England will win the Euros. If they can keep that squad together and fit, ready for the next World Cup, then it could be very interesting. So I wanted to share that with you because I look at things from a little bit of a different perspective. I like to share my opinion. Whether my opinion's right or wrong, I don't know. I just want to share my opinion, have some great banter with some of you. A lot of you have been messaging me on Instagram, asking me about football and do they still think they've got the ability to be a footballer? I have no idea. Unless you send me some clips of your YouTube and I have a look, I can maybe give you my opinion on that. I think the main thing is be real, okay? Be real and be honest. I'm 35 years old. Do I think I could play in the Premier League now? Realistically, am I going to play in the Premier League at this age? No, I'm not, okay? I've got more of a chance of being a manager in the Premier League than I have as being a player now at the age that I am. If you're a 10-year-old boy or girl and you want to be a professional footballer, then you do definitely still have a chance. If you're a 14, 15-year-old boy or girl that's messaging me saying, do I have a chance? Then it's going to be slightly harder. I have no idea who you played for. I have no idea how often you train. I have no idea on the ability that you have. So unless I see any footage, I honestly can't help in that domain, but send it over and I'll gladly have a look. Also, we must talk about it, VAR. What's your thoughts on VAR? For me personally, I think it's amazing. You've just seen Germany get knocked out of the World Cup because of VAR. Now, it wasn't because of VAR, but it was because of VAR. I hope that made sense. All the press are slating these referees, so with VAR now, they haven't got a leg to stand on. There probably won't be as many headlines to write anymore other than VAR. But you've seen it now, and it's great. I want this to be implemented in football. The next one I want to see is referees being more firm when it comes to yellow cards. If players are coming up to you, and I was one of those players that used to go up to the referee, try and get players booked. In rugby, they don't, and I know I've mentioned the word rugby. My dad used to play rugby. I've been brought up around rugby, so I understand it. In rugby, the respect for the referee is phenomenal. And what it does is it stops the players going around and giving the ref a hard time and disrespecting him. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen overnight. It could happen, but you're going to see a lot more players getting booked for silly things. Who knows? We'll wait and see. Tonight's game, Belgium, England. Could very well see a score draw or a ball draw. Belgium, I've heard, are dropping about 10 players, so it could be an England win. Who do I think will win the World Cup? I believe, and I said at the beginning that I think that England will get to the quarters, but there's a good chance they'll sneak the semis. However, I do think that this tournament could very well go to Brazil. Okay, there's some underdogs like Croatia. So for me, I'm going to go and put my money on Brazil, and those of you that have seen my predictions before, don't follow me, don't copy them, they're awful. I'm going to go with Brazil, purely in the fact they've got a strong enough squad and they've got players that can win the World Cup for them. Anything can happen in these competitions. So please make sure you subscribe, comment, let me know what your thoughts are, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, let's have some banter, as long as it's friendly banter, and yes, I'm a gooner. Look, I want to have fun. Let's enjoy this journey, it's the beautiful game. Take care, see you soon on the next video.